So moving on to the Cincinnati Bengals after their quite simply bonkers game against the Green Bay Packers. They face another NFC North team. This time it's on the road against the winless again Detroit Lions. I feel like I'll be saying this for just basically every year now until I get too old and can't bother to do this anymore. Brad, I'll start off with you again. Obviously, the Lions should have beaten the Ravens, but didn't. There's questions about why, but really giving up 4th and 19. Of course, then that Justin Tucker field goal. Then the way their defense has allowed them to play against the Minnesota Vikings. Can they beat the Bengals, or is this one just going to be the Bengals just actually too good?
I think the Bengals will win, but I don't think they'll be too good. I've gone for another heartbreaking score for the Lions, really. I'm backing the Bengals to win this one, 26-24.
Was it going to be late drama again, Brad?
I mean, it's the Lions. They love a bit of late drama, don't they? So, yeah.
They are the most entertaining team, aren't they? As a neutral, they are just brilliant to watch because you know that they're going to do something mad that will either win them or lose the game. And obviously, not like 99% of the time, it is losing the game. Jamie, I'll go to you. You've been the adamant one. I think that pretty much, apart from you're the only non-Detroit Lions fan who sort of believes in Dan Campbell. Will Dan Campbell get his first win against the Cincinnati Bengals?
No.
No.
The Bengals just a little bit. They're just too good. But I do like Dan Campbell. I'm a big fan of his and the way he coaches. But unfortunately, no. I've gone for a 27-17 to the Bengals. But I do think the Lions will go like 17-3 up, and it'll be mental. and then they'll lose. They'll collapse all in the fourth quarter and lose. Yeah, 27-17.
Will Dan Campbell be crying again?
I hope so, because when a real alpha male sheds tears, that's when you know he's a real guy, and he's a real one.
Jack, you've been the biggest advocate, pretty much along with me, that the Lions are going to be that they are the red hot favourites for the infamous 0-17 record. Do you think that'll continue this week?
I would like to kind of liken it to a shotgun shell to the stomach of the lion. I think this will be sore. They've had, we've said previously like how close they've come to results and just fumbled it literally in some cases. And I think in this instance, I'm going for a hurtful 30-7 for the Bengals. I think it's just, you look at the Lions, and I've called them lambs now for long enough. And until they pick up their first dub, that's what they will be remaining as, and I can't see it changing this week.
I'm just going to go back to Jamie, because that is a very interesting prediction. So, Jamie, again, Dan Campbell's fan club over in a place that our American friends would have never heard of. If he loses that convincingly to the Cincinnati Bengals, his position's got to be questioned, because the whole idea is it's a whole revamp. They're trying to improve. And, like, again, they've sat coaches who have not done as bad as this. If he's 0-6, and it's not just losing, but losing that convincingly, for example, which they're very capable of, the Detroit Lions, he's surely got to be in like a hot seat.
No, I think he's got a free hit this season. It's a massive rebuild there. I mean, they've got a quarterback who isn't good enough. They'll get the first pick next season in the draft. Yeah, they're just not good enough. It's simple as that.
This is a thing, right? Rebuild is obviously the term used a lot, and I don't use all your voice sometimes, but I think this is important because we hear the term rebuild for every team, and I think it's quite a lazy term. What are the Lions actually rebuilding towards? Because they're NFC North losers. They're basically whipping boys to the Green Bay Packers. You guarantee the Packers to do the double. We can all agree that. I'm thinking, well, what are you rebuilding towards? You had up there, apart from Jerry Rice, you had up there with Randy Moss in our era, probably the best wide receiver going in Calvin Johnson. You got to play like literally a couple of times. That's it, and that's scraping with like your 10-6 records. That's the best I've ever seen the Lions do. So is that it? That's what you're rebuilding towards?
I think maybe rebuilds. They're building something. Maybe not.
What's the end goal? Just to get a win?
If you ask any Lions fans, Foxy on Pat McAfee's like, all I want to do is go 10-6 and win a playoff game. That was his dream, to go 10-6, win a playoff game.
Yeah, 'cause I think even when they do get to that wild card, they lose. But yeah, no, I just find that like fascinating because it's just at least the Cleveland Browns now they were winning playoff games and they've been just as dreadful as the Lions in recent.
But
times,
the difference is Browns were collecting draft picks. They were collecting, 5 years of just collecting draft picks and then eventually using them correctly on like Myles Garrett, Baker Mayfield, like smartly doing it and using them to get trades like Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry. It was intelligent the way they're going about it. Lions have had to scrap the whole general manager, new owners of the franchise, repairing with that Calvin Johnson repairing bridges there due to the way he left. So it's it's a whole it is a rebuild of a whole franchise from bottom to top or from top to bottom, whatever way you want. But it's a long way to go. They got
closest they will come to one of these.
They got a long way to go. They will get a win this season if they want one. If it gets to the near end of the season, they know they can get number one pick without winning. I can guarantee they won't win a game.